months, Tiffany.
Not on your life.
Look, maybe you just need a little bit of time to get used to it.
100 years wouldn't be enough time, Robert.
Why? I mean, what upsets you so much about wearing a conservative suit for a few hours?
It's something that I'm sure you'll never understand. I am a star, darling, and I have a certain look that I have to maintain.
You're right. I wouldn't understand that, especially when I have a sister who's missing and whose life is endangered.
Jackie, where are you going?
For a walk.
You coming back?
Yeah, if you can talk some sense into your pretty little friend.
You know, you get all the sensitivity of a tostada.
It was nothing personal.
Wasn't it?
I just simply didn't like her idea.
Why? And don't give me that bit about the movie star number, because I didn't buy it the first time.
I just happen to think this whole antique store is a stupid idea.
Again, why, Tiffany?
Well, just because it is.
You know exactly what I mean. Look, if you or I had come up with this idea, you'd think it was just peachy keen.
Well, we didn't.
And she did, so don't reject it just because of that.
Oh, I would never do that, Robert.
Then what are you doing?
I'm being practical. I simply do not think that clothes are going to make the difference to keep this proprietor from wondering why we stay in that store for so many hours.
You have a better idea.
No, but I just...
Well, in lieu of the options we have, I suggest we give this a try.
Do you really think it's going to work?
At least we'll look like antique dealers.
Okay. Let's go downstairs and we'll try on these stupid clothes.
Could we do that later?
You have something more exciting in mind, perhaps?
Yeah, working on the walls. I promised Luke.
What am I supposed to do during then?
Well, I'll tell you what. This time, I'll handle the shellac.
That's so sweet of you, Robert.
And, you can do some sandpaper. There's some over there.
You know, I'm getting awfully anxious about how Johnny did on his physical examinations.
Oh, I was just talking about your brother with Dr. Bradshaw. When he said that jumping rope was for little girls, I informed him that that was your brother's favorite form of exercise. Now I think Bradshaw's going to take it up.
Oh, let me file these, please.
Sure. How are you? Hi, Dr. Bradshaw.
I'm fine. Amy, could I have my messages, please?
Sure.
You. About this message from my wife.
Oh, yes, I talked to her personally.
Well, what did she say?
Well, just what I wrote on the slip, that she just wanted to leave word that she called.
Yeah, but did she say I should call her back?
Well, no.
Did she say she was going to call me back?
Sorry.
What time did the message come in?
Well, Dr. Bradshaw, I did write it down about 10 minutes ago.
It's 25 minutes ago, not 10.
I'm sorry, Dr. Bradshaw. You know, I haven't checked my watch lately. We have been pretty busy here.
You know how time just kind of zips by when you're real busy?
Yeah, well, busy is no excuse. Now, this message from my wife is very important.
It must be kind of tough on you, huh, Dr. Bradshaw? I mean, since your wife doesn't want to move here to Port Charles.
What?
Well, I mean, you know, when you're married to somebody for a long time, it must be kind of hard when you're separated from them.
Amy, it's none of your business, but for your information, my wife and I have only been married a very short time.
It's common knowledge that he has grown children.
Yes, he does.
But, well, then...
Listen, Amy, Jesse told me that Dr. Bradshaw and his wife have both been married before. That Dr. Bradshaw has 3 children from his first marriage, and that she has 2 daughters from hers. Understand?
Got it.
Okay.
Well, I have now blown my New Year's resolution on Dr. Bradshaw. I was going to keep my foot out of my mouth.
Did I hear Amy say? No. I must have been dreaming.
I mean it, Dan. I promised myself I would stop gossiping.
And all this time you've been saving us the cost of hospital newsletters. Do I have any messages, Maureen?
Oh, yes.
Here you go.
What? Slow down. What?
I don't have to slow down, not anymore.
What are you talking about?
My heart, it's fine. Dr. Weber, Dr. Quartermain, even Dr. Troy, they all agree I can fight again.
Are you
I knew you'd say that.
Congratulations
Thank
from
you.
me, too. I saw you fight a couple of times, and you're right up there with the best of them.
Thank you.
one's not bad at all.
Not bad. My dear, this is magnifique. This is it. This is you.
Oh, well, since you put it that way.
Then you'll take it.
Well, if you're quite sure that it really is me.
Absolutely.
Lila, what on earth are you doing?
I'm trying on dresses, dear, of course, and this one is me.
This is why I have been chasing all over town trying to track you down.
Don't you like my dress?
I designed this personally.
Well, who said anything about the dress? It's just that my wife trying things on in the middle of the afternoon, that's what's causing the problem.
But, Edward, dear, this is when most women try on dresses. You see, the stores are closed at night.
Oh, Lord, give me strength.
Well, I'd better try something else on, madame.
Right this way.
No, you don't, Lila. Now, look, I have business to conduct. You know, very pressing business. And you know just as well as I do that I must have the chairman of the board's counter-signature on all deals.
What kind of deals, dear?
Very important deals. Now, will you please, darling, just sign these papers so I can get back to business.
Oh, very well. You know, all this legal gibberish looks the same to me.
Well, you know, what difference does it make? Just go ahead and sign them.
Well, the difference is, dear, that I never sign anything without first consulting my attorney.
Well, haven't you heard? I mean, Alexander Graham Bell invented a new method of communication, namely the telephone.
Oh, you want me to call my attorney?
Yes, now.
What, here, dear?
Don't worry, darling. Come right along. I'll even get the number for you.
Oh, yes, Jack, it's lovely to talk to you, too. And how are the children? Oh, little Johnny got a good report card. Oh, that's so nice to hear. Oh, do give it my love. Now, Jack, the reason that I called, it seems that Edward has some papers he wants me to sign. Something to do with, Jenny's Industries, I think Jenny's... is that right, dear?
That's right, dear.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, those are the papers. Oh, really? His attorney's already sent you the copies? Oh, now, isn't that thoughtful of him? Uh-huh. A merger! Oh, I love mergers. They always sound so exciting, don't they? Now, it's all right for me to sign, is it, Jack? Uh-huh. All three? Good. All right. Yes, Edward does seem very anxious. I know he'll be very happy that you approved. Goodbye, Jack. Goodbye. Jack says that I can sign.
Well, you might have taken my word for it, dear.
Well, I always like an excuse to talk to Jack.
Well, no more excuses. Just sign.
Oh, Edward, what a very nice pen.
Darling, you can keep it as soon as you're finished. Just sign.
Right. Now where? Here?
Yeah.
I see. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. One.
This one.
Now here. Right. It's two. Right here. There we are. Well, I hope you're satisfied now.
Oh, darling, you'll never know how much.
Oh, and Edward.
Yeah, what is it
Thank you
now?
so much for this pen. It's really lovely.
Oh, nothing, Lila.
Thank you. Madam Teresa, I think I'd better try on another dress now. And this time, make it something very brilliant.
What's all this about Johnnymorrison being able to fight again?
Well, I've given him a medical okay to do it. If he wants to go back in the ring or not, that's up to him.
From his enthusiasm in the lobby, he ought to be back in a hurry.
If I remember correctly, Johnnymorrison, he was a pretty good fighter.
Pretty good. He was terrific.
Listen, maybe Port Charles will have its own contender.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Want to see something great? See that kid fight.
I take it you have.
Oh, yeah, several times. Matter of fact, I was at his last fight in New York.
Oh, yeah, I remember it. It made the front pages when he lost. He was supposed to be the favorite.
Yeah, the paper said he had a heart attack.
That is what's very hard to believe. He doesn't even show a trace of heart disease on his test.
Isn't that a little unusual?
It's highly unusual. That's why I asked Monica to give me a second opinion. She confirms my diagnosis that he is fine. All right.
Well, now listen, how about a trip to Palm Beach? Oh, come on, that's more up Lila's alley than mine.
Okay, how about a cruise through the island?
I only have 4 days.
How about a fast cruise?
Dr. Quartermain, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. It's happened all day long. Every time I even think about the vacation, I get paid. Would you excuse me, please?
Of course.
Yeah, hello. This is Dr. Quartermain. Okay, go ahead. You connect me.
Hello? Alan?
Oh, sorry. Wrong. Want to guess again?
I'm sorry. The operator was supposed to connect me with Alan Quartermain.
No, you happen to be connected to Monica Quartermain.
I don't understand how this happened. I'm sorry.
Well, listen, if I had the time, I would explain it to you, but let's just put it this way. There are 2 Dr. Quartermains in this hospital, and there is one that doesn't really care to talk to you. Alan! Telephone. Oh. I'm awfully sorry. The phone dropped. Excuse me. Just a second.
Is that a call for me?
Yes, it's your housekeeper. Housemate.
Hello, Susan.
I hope I haven't caused you any trouble.
Nonsense. You're a perfect angel.
Oh, well, nice to hear you're in such a good mood.
I'm in a great mood, actually.
Well, good. Does that mean you're going to be home in time for dinner?
I'll do better than that. I'm going to be home. I'm going to be home early.
Well, terrific. Come as early as you can, all right? I have a wonderful surprise for you.
Really? I can't wait. Goodbye, darling.
That sounded kind of like you're in a hurry to get home.
What's it to you?
Amazing. Well, I mean, I don't know. I thought that place was, that little cottage, sort of boring.
Not that it's any of your business, Monica, but that cottage happens to be perfectly charming.
And that's good. And I'm glad you like it. I mean, for heaven's sake, you might be spending the rest of your life there.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, for one, I have put the mansion back on the market. And I have instructed the agent to screen every prospective buyer very carefully. So there won't be any more little tricks. Got it?
Monica, there's no problem there, because I really doubt very much whether you're going to find anyone who's going to give you your asking price. You see, the one problem that you always had, Monica, is you always ask too much.
Well, we certainly can't say the same for you, can we? Excuse me.
A toast to us.
To you. You look beautiful this evening. Really.
For you?
This is perfect.
Well, the best is yet to come.
Oh, what did you have in mind?
You? I've had you in mind all day long.
I can tell.
Oh, you can?
I can.
How's that?
I can tell because you fixed everything just the way I like it. You had soft lights, and it's quiet here, and my favorite wine.
Well, there's more.
Does it have anything to do with that fabulous scent that's coming out of the kitchen?
You know me too well.
Oysters.
Mm-hmm. Your favorite.
I'm so pleased to be having oysters. I love oysters. Did you know that?
I know you love oysters. And get ready for this. For the appetizer, we have fresh blue points on the half shell, followed by delicately lemoned and sautéed oysters. And then for the main course, your very favorite of all.
Oyster stew.
Mm-hmm. Made from that recipe you brought back from New Orleans.
Oysters, oysters, and more oysters. What an incredible combination.
You like it?
I love it.
I love you.
Whoopee!
No need to ask how it went.
Oh, like clockwork, my man. Just like clockwork. Lila signed the papers and never suspected a thing.
She telephoned her attorney?
Oh, yes, naturally. But thanks to my foresight, it was a piece of cake. You know, my idea to send duplicate copies to the lawyer, omitting, of course, the power of attorney. Well, that was a stroke of genius.
I was impressed.
Well, here you are. The coup de grace. Oh, this marks the end of my sleepless nights. The end of being pushed around by my wife. Finally, I am in the driver's seat. I am the boss, chairman of the board, chief, champ, king of the road. Eh, Kane? Right?
Have you read these papers?
What do you mean, have I read them? I had you draw them up for me, and, well, I was there when she signed the third one, you know, the power of attorney.
Oh, yes, it's the power of attorney, all right.
Yeah, well, of course, that was the idea. Her lawyer told her to sign everything that I put in front of her, so I slipped the power of attorney down underneath the rest of the pile, and by George, she signed it.
Obviously, you didn't look at the signature.
Well, why should I? I mean, I was right there when the lady signed it.
Oh, she signed it okay, right here.
Yeah, well, what's the problem?
Somehow, I don't think this signature is going to stand up in court.
Well, what are you talking about? Lila can read. At least I'll give her credit for that.
Oh, she can read and also write, and it's very clear. Mrs. Abraham Lincoln?
Hey, you know what? It was a wonderful idea, us having dinner later, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. The oysters can wait.
You're driving me crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You love doing that every minute, don't you?
I do.
Do you know how much I want you?
I think it's time to go upstairs. Tomorrow's my birthday, and I can't think of a better way to begin it.
Well, isn't this wonderful? All three of us working together as a team for once.
I'm having a great time.
Oh, yes, Robert and I have had wonderful times on this boat, haven't we, darling?
Yes, that could turn out to be the biggest laugh of the whole lot, actually.
What?
It doesn't matter. Look, it's getting on a bit. Why don't we go over to Kelly's for dinner?
Hey, that sounds good to me. In the meantime, why don't you come up with some more stories about your past for me?
You're still not working on an interview, are you, Jackie?
I'm doing another piece on Robert. It's the third in a series.
Well, what else can I tell you?
Everything. You're a very interesting man.
Rumor has it.
Well, you can tell me about your stories from the World Security Service. We've got lots of them.
Bureau, and I have dozens and dozens and dozens.
Great. Well, Tiffany, you gonna come?
No, darling, I can't find my comb.
Okay, see you at Kelly's.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Nice girl.
Yeah, she's nice and crafty. Robert, you gave her that entire story for free when you could have sold it for a bundle of money.
A bundle of what? I mean, aggravation and lies, I think.
Oh, don't give me that. We had the book rights. We had the syndication rights. They wanted you, Robert. And if you'd played your cards right, you could have been calling the shots now.
I'm calling the shots now.
Hardly.
Look, Jackie is doing an in-depth journalistic study of me, all right? All everybody else wanted was sex, scandal, and secrets.
Oh, well, you can forget the secrets and the scandals. But you'll never convince me that Jackie Templeton is not interested in your sex life.
My what life?
You heard me.
Are you trying to say that Jackie is interested in me sexually?
You can bet on it, darling.
Terrific.
Oh, so you're telling me you're interested in her?
You're putting ideas in my head.
Then
Careful.
would you please tell me what's going on here, Robert?
Nothing is going on. I mean, like, nothing is going on. We've never even been out together. And aside from the times that we've spent doing these interviews, we've never even been alone together.
You don't have to be alone with someone to wonder how they are in bed, Robert.
Oh, look, Tiffany, really.
What?
You're jealous.
Jealous over a brunette little pipsqueak with a rasping voice? Oh, come off it, Robert.
Then what is going on?
You are the what's going on. Besides, Laura, you're my very best friend, and I just hate to see you make a total fool of yourself.
Over Jackie?
Well, I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. But I'm telling you now that as far as Jackie Templeton is concerned, and as far as any other woman is concerned, I can look after myself. I'm a big boy now.
Tonight on That's Incredible, a daring stunt woman attempts a record-breaking leap. After, where Love Story left off, Oliver's Story begins, with Brian O'Neill and Candace Bergen starring in the sequel to one of the most popular movie romances ever, Oliver's Story. Thursday, sex symbols Dudley Moore, Victoria Principal, and Tom Selleck reveal themselves as never before on a Barbara Walters Special 2020. Raven makes plans to protect her wealthy life. Watch The Edge of Night, following FYI with Hal Linden, next on ABC.